What is up, guys, and welcome back to yet another exciting video. I'm just here in my car, and today is a very exciting one because Brian, as you guys know, he's a little drift car right here. When I say little, I mean not size-wise, but anyways, he's got a lot of really sick parts. Maybe he could do a little more explaining.
Well, no, I mean, the update is where we left off. We got the radiator in. You can see I started to get some power steering stuff. We've done, obviously, little things in the background that's not on video. And recently, I just got my manifold from Future Fab finally installed. So we got new 7-layer gasket, all new hardware. That thing's on there for good. And the next step is putting the turbo on.
Requires lines, which I've never heard of this brand. Brian just found this company recently, and it's
no, I've used their parts before.
New to me, so yeah.
Well, that's good.
New to me, new to them.
So we got the turbo. As you guys saw, I got a Pulsar 5455G. It's basically like a Garrett G30 660 clone. And you know, I got a stock motor, and this is probably gonna hurt it, but we build for the future.
You build around though.
So last night I started by getting this thing like clocked and pretty much where I need it to be. I may have to adjust this after I get the turbo drain line on. But speaking of turbo drain lines, one of the biggest part about installing a turbo on your car is plumbing it. You know, you definitely need at least an oil feed and drain. And on a lot of modern turbos, you also need coolant feed and drain. Obviously the quality of the piece is really good. He's using, you know, a known brand for this crazy looking banjo, and then, you know, installing other fittings with that.
Pins look really good too.
As you guys know, this thing is going to be doing nothing but hanging around this super badass manifold, which is going to be glowing.
It won't
as I'm bouncing off freaking limiter.
It won't glow.
We need to protect these lines. Honestly, I got a kit with my motor.
He's got a CNC, you think?
Yeah, what do you think? He's whittling this out with his little fingers and a chisel?
Maybe, you never know. Man, American made.
Nice.
So definitely check out John's website. I will put that down in the description below. We're gonna start putting some lines on here, and then yeah.
Well, I think at least the drain has got to go on now. For one, I got to tighten this, and then I want to clock it a little bit more, which you can't really do when I'm tightening that. So yeah, this came with the kit. I will say I jumped the gun a little bit, and I pre-installed that last night.
He got too excited.
But you got to tell him what turbo you're running. There's drop-down menus. You guys know how buying parts works.
No turning back. Easy, Jesus.
Come on, put it down.
You're gonna scratch that that engine bay paint.
I know the guy who did it. It'll be fine.
Is that where you want it?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's gonna be cocked a little bit, just like this, maybe there.
There's one thing you got to consider, Bri. You're gonna be drifting. It stuff's gonna get really hot in here. How are you gonna, you know, prevent heat soak, this and that?
This, that, here, there.
James, look who's here.
None other than the boys. Funk Motorsports. You guys seen the video. You guys seen the real Spoon's hand with Jimmy on the dyno.
He's sounding real fucking.
It didn't melt.
No, Billy Mays right now, isn't he? It's good shit. We all use it. I've never had any issues. What nice part about the funk stuff, and this is my spiel because it's true, is it doesn't deteriorate. Like, I've had so much heat wrap stuff, and like, especially if you skimp on the price, like,
there's no chafing.
by the end of your season, like, this stuff is fucking falling off your car.
DJ one time he made me wrap the manifold on the Civic. I started with one brand. We did the whole rest of the thing with Funk. The Funk stuff looks brand new. There's one runner that looks fucked up.
When you're assembling your car, obviously, it's part of the step to have to redo it. It sucks. So it's like, just spend money once.
You know what they say. Buy once.
Cry once. Smaller
I measured out. No, I measured. Oh my gosh.
Look at that fit.
This is the silicone one with like fiberglass or whatever
so
inside.
Long.
It's the drain.
That'll reach nice.
Yeah, that'll reach real good. That'll reach real good.
You could route it any way you want. And then Ant's got to pop off the intake manifold.
So we can get the fitting out of the block that your heater core hose usually attaches to. It now is a double.
This one, show 'em.
Or outlet. Would that be outlet? Yeah, that's outlet.
Oh, no,
I don't know. I don't even care.
But that goes into the block. So we got to take the factory one out. And in order to do that, we got to take off the lower or the upper.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Just the lower.
What are we hitting now? Gotta take the oil filter off her. There we go. Brian the goat. Get that out of there. Come on. Yeah, Funk don't.
I'm really surprised you can slide this over with the fittings on it.
I feel like more people should buy this stuff. I think it makes the hose look nice. It looks like you know what you're doing.
I mean, there's a point where function equals form. You know what I mean?
For sure.
When something looks like it's gonna work good, it also looks good.
Exquisite. We were gonna ignore this, but I'm glad we didn't give it the cold shoulder for now, just until we got everything up. No, you can't ignore it.
It's a key feature.
So this versus that. You be the judge.
First one. You got 2 outlets. There's one.
2 males are better than 1, right, Bri? That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean.
Why are you saying stuff like that?
I
think that's it.
Perfect.
Did you RTV it?
No, shut up. Need that.
You didn't Teflon it?
No.
Oh shit! You don't need a Teflon that?
Oh, I thought you were just being a dick.
NPT.
I mean, you should Teflon NPT. That's what Teflon's for. Pipe fit.
See, Bri? No, I look for your best interest.
You got any?
Oh fuck yeah, I do. James, since you're back from Poland, you wanna see what I bought recently?
What'd you buy now?
You know what it is. I sent you a picture of it. You can't really see much. You can't really.
I heard that you got a 7-liter.
Big block.
Yeah.
People say it's not a big block.
Well, no,
I think
it's still the block is still a small block, but
yeah, internally.
It's like you know what's in the inside that matters. It's like having a big dick energy, but like not having one. I need sleep. I can't think of something better than that.
It's a good way to say it, I guess. But
That's do you know what accessories you have to run? Because I have all the accessories off my LS.
Yeah.
F-body. I have all CTSV, which might. It'll work.
He had it, and I was like, I wanted to go with a factory GM engine, just because.
You're better off with this.
I think
Did you
so.
see John Media did that whole video where they took apart a LS crate engine, and like the wrist pin was like falling out, shit was loose. Like
I might watch that. Actually.
Yeah, go watch it. Because you know how I know about it? Because everyone fucking DM'd me like, yo,
Really?
Oh yeah, but no, I mean this is. I think you're better off. It's just the leader. It just fuck you. Yeah.
It's a good company, and they warranty it, which is really sick. Because if something were to happen, I could just send
I mean,
it.
it's also cool too, because you could like, it's not like you just have an LS swap Porsche. Now you have a fucking 7-liter. I mean, it's 997. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah. 997 liter, baby.
I'm stoked for it, so it'll be good.
I'm hyped that you're like going all out on a build. Like it's cool.
All right, Brad, what have we done here? Tell the people.
I mean, you got it all plumbed. So, yeah, all the cool lines on the turbo. We're gonna have to go back and tighten some fittings, but this is pretty much mocked up. And we got obviously the drain back here with the high heat silicone wrap, and I'll get some of that on some of these power steering lines too. And then we got over here that kind of dual fitting from the front of the pump. And I already cut some heater core hoses, so those go all the way back to the firewall there. This silicone stuff is amazing. I think it has a melting point of like 2,000 degrees.
I'll test it.
As I get older, I find like the you know, for me as a car enthusiast, I really like being on the racetrack. I really like using the car for drifting because that's what I enjoy. And to me, the more functional it looks for drifting, the better it looks. Like in this application, if this was the engine bay in the 14, I would say it looked like shit. But in a drift car, I'm starting to think this is starting to look pretty good. All right, so huge shout out to John from Nice Time Racing. Really appreciate providing me with all these awesome lines and fittings to plumb this turbo. If you guys wouldn't mind checking out his website, he sells a ton of parts and accessories for S chassis, from intake manifolds, plumbing kit, coil on plug, coolant system, and more.
Today, I got a package the other day from Grant. He brought it up from LZ's. We picked it up from Tommy's the other day. All of the accessories for what? The Kouki. Hopefully we have everything that we need now to put all the accessories on, so we can put the radiator on, the harness, blah blah blah. Before we do that, we have to take off all of the brackets that we put on that aren't right because they're S13 style mounts, and swap them out with these right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and start throwing this shit on, and hopefully it all works out. We're gonna get it done, and we're hopefully gonna start the car. Hopefully today. Got the AC in. The lines aren't for an SR, but they work, they're just routed a little crazily. Power steering is in, alternator is in, so now what we have to do is get belt sizes. I took you guys over here in a while, it feels like. Oh my God. Man, I was telling them,
What are you doing?
lucky James has an SR with full accessories over here. So we didn't gotta buy 10 belts. Oh, this
That's
is
the worst. You know what's so funny? I did that for that motor and I completely forgot that I had it.
James is doing body shop in the shop. You all know how that goes.
That's the DJ special right there. I almost reeled this thing to your shop. To
You
do the
should
body
have.
work in.
You should have. Spoon, look at you. You gotta put that paint suit on now. That's,
I would have been dying.
that's next step. Anthony primed this thing yesterday. Paint soon. What's the color, James?
What do you
Purple.
like to know, weather boy?
Purple. We got it. What size belts we got? They're unmarked, huh? Just get a rope.
They're not unmarked.
Get a
Yeah,
rope.
no, I don't like to share my specs, bro. I like to gatekeep, so I just rub off. I get some acetone, take the belt numbers off.
Yeah, just get a piece of string. I'm telling you.
String never works. Yeah.
No, it's an old
roughly-
school trick. I'm telling you.
Roughly, it works.
So what are you gonna do? Turn the motor over?
Actually, yeah.
So to see the other side of the belts, all we got is a 27 on 3/4 inch mother.
Why does it do that,
Now to go to our local parts store and get some belts. Belts acquired. 2 out of 3 belts on. We just gotta get a longer one for the power steering. But in the meantime, we do have something, and that's a box from our buddies down at Wiring Specialties with a US S14 chassis to an S15 SR20. Beautiful. Wiring Specialties, their harnesses, they speak for themselves. Never have an issue with them, and they look amazing in the car. Clean, simple, fresh plugs. Do it! Oh my God! You're stuck?
I think I'm stuck.
Bullshit, I'll go off with the lift.
That would do that.
You crushed the AC. Fuck are you doing? I
Did you
see.
see they did a new study where they...
We getting along here? Good. Very good. Behave.
She got a crazy smirk on her face.
She had like a mild stroke one or something, and then it
makes
just
sense.
didn't go back.
Yeah.
It was a little feel. Let's see that stock one, Ant. So
Save that.
What?
I need that.
You need this? It comes with the wiring harness. It's a SR.
Put that one in now.
I'm not gonna throw this out
It's
though.
hard.
Like, here we go. So what have we done so far, Ant? What is that called? Do you know?
Coil, no. Injector sub harness.
Very good. So we got that
You're
in.
the teacher.
I'm here for moral support.
James, how long should it take to run an NASR harness? 10 minutes.
Nicely, or
Nicely, yeah.
I don't know. Have Dagnell do it. He killed on his car. I couldn't believe it.
You like doing harnesses, boy?
Oh yeah, I got an electrical license like Johnny.
Look at how simple the harness is.
I know, there's not much.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Plug and play.
Shout out, wiring
Even
special.
a dummy could do it. Look, what is that?
Oh, O2 sensor.
Well,
No.
You think two dummies can do it or what?
That's an O2
That's
sensor.
the number 2 plug for your cylinder.
We gotta run to the back to the parts store because obviously we need more stuff, such as a battery. We got battery terminals. We got some trans fluid, power steering belt, which I had to get a bigger one, and some mobile one. And tuck the harness splendidly. Now we could put oil in it, and it's putting the ECU in it. Stock ECU, we didn't get a link for this one. Down there. Don't need it. It's just stock NA, all reliable. These are great engines. They're good engines. Oil's going in here, people. Rich, you think it's gonna start? Where are you?
Oh yeah.
You think it'll start?
First crank.
Richie's a Volkswagen tech, so I mean. Oof. So, oil, ECU, wired, We just need to hook the terminals up, I think, and don't mind the no radiator yet. Well, wait, that'll be like the last.
It's on here idle for like 10, 15 seconds.
There's no oil in the trans either yet.
Yeah, it'll be fine for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You drove your
Civic.
13 without fluid.
Yeah, for a while now. And my Civic.
That's crazy.
The lights might be on, but we just put power to the chassis and we have a running light there and a signal there, which is really sick to see because this car hasn't had power ever since I've owned it. Or when Adam owned it, I don't think he ever had power to it. So at least it's got some life in it, Richie, you know? Signs of life. Resurrected.
Tax going crazy.
The tax going crazy?
Window goes down.
Put this window down.
Doesn't go down.
Oh.
Lock.
Damn, the windows are down. Okay.
I just like shut off all the power.
She's got headlights. I hear the fuel pump.
Try to crank it.
Yeah. Started right up. Nice work, Richie. Nice work. That's not bad. What?
Simple.
Simple.
Let's do it.
What?
Knock ECU,
There
knock
was-
gas, knock everything.
There was not a motor in it like a few days ago.
That's what happens when you buy wiring specialties.
Ain't wired it in properly. I don't know if we're gonna keep this ARC, but we know it starts now. We gotta put coolant in it before we could really let it run for longer. No, it's, you know what I mean?
It's fucked. No problem.
Pissing out. It started. It was like half a crank. We got the Miata battery. I didn't even say that. Look it.
Oh God.
Miata.
Yeah, people sleep on that. It's a good battery.
That battery was less than $100, people. That's all I'm saying.
Only a little more than $50.
This is Adam's car, Adam's motor. He should have just put this in it. And he would have had a decent little Kouki set up. Take that. I'll take it. Starts. It won't drive yet. We gotta put trans fluid in it, radiator in it, and she'll be ready to rock. It'll have AC, which I'm stoked for because none of my cars have AC. Next step, radiator, clutch fan. So we can obviously run it, idle it, and cool the car. So let's just fast forward to putting the stock radiator, stock clutch fan in it because no need for E-fans for this one, you know. OEM, conservative, reliable. So let's throw this shit in. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, she's looking more complete than ever. Momentarily, we'll start this thing here. Gotta put trans fluid in it. Can't drive it tonight, but we'll start it up for you. Oh, that went right through my fingers. I almost had it. We'll start it up again, you know, put some coolant in it. We're not gonna drive it in this one. We got it started, full swap from start to finish. Make sure we tighten the crank pulley though, because I don't know if it's very snug. Start it, give it a little. This is good shit, people. I'm excited for this because then I could start focusing on the exterior and the wheels and the aero and making it look proper, like a red Kouki should. Coolant time in the cap. We got the gurgler, and now we're gonna put some coolant in her. Time to gurgle this thing out.
Splashing at the camera.
So this is not concentrated.
This is concentrated right on the bottle.
No, must add water. No 50-50 is what I meant.
You don't know what he's talking,
This is
bro.
concentrated. And this
So
is,
why didn't you pre-mix it?
this is gonna bleed the coolant.
Why didn't you pre-mix that?
Huh?
Why
It's
didn't you
gonna
pre-mix the
premix in
coolant?
there, all in
Are
there.
you sure the car's gonna take 2 gallons?
And if it doesn't,
Yeah, it should.
it'll gurgle.
About. I'll maybe add oil or water into that.
That's synthetic coolant, people. Never buy that 50-50 stuff that you're paying for water.
Look, it's splashing all over.
Why would he say that? Why would he say all that?
Tell him, Bri.
Got coolant in it, so now we gotta start it. And I didn't really hear it yesterday because it was rattling the lift, which was really poor. is tight because it was loose. Fuck, let's start. Alright. It might get stinky in here, thanks, but. Oh yeah,
Starts right up, huh?
effortlessly. Look at the motor. You could put a wine glass on that. Can you see how smooth that's
It's smooth, yeah.
Go back to the exhaust, I'll give it a little,
Not yet.
let it warm up first.
I'll get a little coolant through it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I never heard one of these.
You had one with a pipe on it.
Not this one though.
We blew the clutch out that day. Had to change it one day. I was on my back in your driveway.
That was terrible. No, in my garage.
Rain drifting.
In my garage.
Oh yeah, in your garage, yeah.
It sucked.
No tools.
It sucked. Now that dag
We were rain drifting. All day, rain drifting in the 14.
DOS check. Flying in my eyes over here.
Yeah, the clutch fan.
How's
Probably
it
just
sound?
dirt. Doesn't sound that bad. I'd like to see
It's
it under
clean.
load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not raspy.
No.
We're gonna let her bleed out, and I don't think we're gonna do much more. Because we still have to get a power steering belt, trans fluid, making some noises right now, but it's probably normal, you know, breaking everything in, right? Do you hear that, or is it just me?
Yeah, just hurry up with the fucking speech so we
Yeah.
could go look at it.
We'll be back. Sam stopped by, a little full Sam. Don't lose a limb on me. What?
What is it?
Stick of dynamite. Back up, Ant. Back up, Ant.
Wait for it.
It's a dud. That's crazy. You don't want to pick that up, people. Last one. This is 2 sticks of dynamite here. Shit bounced off my car. Expected to kaboom like that.
It's a little louder on the ground.
Alright guys, well she's bled, she's running. Couldn't be more happy. Big step, you know. Just last week, this thing, you know, spent 1-2 days working on it, putting it in, getting the harness, bop, 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 all the accessories. Shout out Booth, Grant, Adam, Tommy, all for the help of getting the stuff for this thing. And leave down in the comments below, what should I do next with the Kouki? Wheels are a must. Brian's plugging along on his car. Dagnell's making something. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. I think we're gonna head up to Ours Day as you guys are watching this tomorrow, and then in the next one, hopefully driver. See how it is, dial it in more. Definitely check out the E36 giveaway, which will be live on my site, shopdjnoway.com, because I'm gonna need it to support that girl right there. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. What you guys doing?